So before installing anything, we make sure to update Kali so that we are using the latest packages, security fixes, and dependencies. This prevents errors caused by outdated software. We are then going to install the required packages for Dvwa to work on our Kali system. Since Dvwa is a web application, so we need a web browser, a database, and PHP to make sure everything works together. Also, installing a service doesn't mean it's running. We must start Apache and the database so the web app can actually load and store data. Without this, Dvwa won't open. The var www.html is Apache's default web directory. Anything here becomes accessible via the browser, and by placing Dvwa here, Apache can serve it as a website. We are then going to clone the Dvwa here. Git ensures you get the official and latest version. And also, Apache runs as the user www data, and we have to set the permissions for the users to be able to read files, write, and also execute. If the permissions are wrong, Dvwa breaks or throws errors. We also need to create the database. This helps Dvwa to store the login credentials and the session information. I've already created the database, so we'll then create a user Dvwa and set their password as the password. This is what we are going to use when you are logging in to the Dvwa on the website. The next step is to configure Dvwa to connect to the database, and the cp commands basically means copying the file to the second file that you have written. We are also telling the Dvwa which database to use, and then we are also going to edit the second file that we have copied, our first file's content, and make sure the user is Dvwa. The password is like the one we had set in our database, and then we'll save our settings. Our next step is to change the PHP security settings and switch the allow URL include from off to on. So we are going to search for them by clicking Ctrl F and make sure they are both on. This to allow file inclusion attacks and show detailed error messages. We are also going to search for the display errors, and then we switch it from off to on. We are then going to restart the Apache 2 so that changes may apply because we have changed the PHP settings. And the final step is accessing the Dvwa in the browser using the URL http localhost dvwa and login using the username and the password we set in our database. After logging in, we create a database and then you'll be logged out. Now when logging back in, you'll use admin as the username and password as the password. And there you have your lab set to practice web hacking. You can check them out. Make sure to subscribe for more tech and ethical hacking tutorials. Bye.